Hi, it's Stuart from Cumbria Solar Supplies. I want to do a video today on these two inverters. These are all-in-one inverters that we do. These are the Sun 5000 SR, which means it's a server rack system. This has got a 9.6 kilowatt lithium-ion battery. Obviously that's another Sun 5000 5 kilowatt inverter, but it's only got a 4.8 kilowatt system. So obviously depending on what size battery you need, obviously these small boxes rather than the big ones. So these are just the smaller systems that we do. Obviously you can stack these batteries up to 16 high, which will give you about 75 kilowatts of storage. But we're just going to base these today. So we've got a 9.6 kilowatt and we've got a 4.8 kilowatt. So like I said, so these are the 5 kilowatt systems. In a nice server rack box with wheels on, so you can move it around. Obviously opening the box, you've got, obviously this is a 5 kilowatt inverter at the top, and these are your two lithium ion batteries making like 4.8 making the 9.6 kilowatt. So the inverter comes with onboard Wi-Fi, so you can connect it to your iOS Apple phone, your iPad, you can connect it to like a Samsung tablet or a Samsung phone. So the inverter connects via a BMS cable to the lithium ion, so obviously it's continually speaking to the batteries to make sure that they're warm enough, state of charge is okay. Inverter obviously connects straight to the so it connects to your house consumer unit, and then what it does, it's backed up either by a generator or backed up by the mains grid. So obviously if the battery level of your batteries goes down to a certain level, say 48 volts, then what it'll do, it'll snap over to the grid, it'll charge the batteries back up to 53 volts, making sure that all the appliances are still working at the same time. Once it reaches that upper limit of 53 volts, what it'll do is come off the grid, and then you'll be back onto battery storage. So let's talk about the solar PV input. These units can take up to 4 kilowatts, that's 4,000 watts of PV. With a max VOC, so that's voltage open circuit of 145 volts. So normally we sell these with like 9 solar panels, 9 times 400 watts or 9 times 410, obviously depending on what's in stock at the time. So let's take a look at the obviously the inputs on the inverters. Obviously this is your PV isolator, so obviously that controls your solar as it comes in. Obviously this is like your mains in, so this would come from your grid or your generator. This is set up for off-grid at the minute, and then this is obviously your AC output, which would go to your consumer unit. So obviously this is the one next to it. This is wired up for an electrician, so he knows roughly what's going to happen when he takes it to site. This is super easy. Obviously you've got your AC in, which is just on a normal 3-pin plug. Obviously normally that would be probably a 6mm squared or a 10mm squared coming from your consumer unit, and then you've got your output, and we just put it onto a surge protected isolator. So yeah, you could use this just as a off-grid machine, so this would plug into your generator if you needed it. Otherwise the PV is going to charge the battery and then go straight to your extension lead. Right, so guys, this is as easy as it gets. Obviously I've just plugged the AC in, which normally that would come from your mains or from your generator. Obviously recommending using like 6mm squared or 10mm squared triflex cable. So that's just connected to there, just 3-pin plug. Obviously if the battery went flat, that would be on automatic, but then the system would switch over and it will find the grid. That's what it beeped for. So that's it found the grid, and that's it charging from the grid. Obviously once the batteries become full, then it will snap back off the grid and then go back just to battery only. So for the AC output, obviously there's your AC on, that goes to there, which goes to a sander. Sander works, so you've got AC out. So you've got mains in, so it'll use the mains as and when it needs it, if it ever needs it at all, and then you've got your AC out. So this is it charging from the solar itself. So you can see the solar icon here, and you can see the battery being charged. like we said at the start, obviously it comes with built-in Wi-Fi, which connects to either your Apple iPhone, your iPad, Samsung tablet or your Samsung phone. It also comes with an NCNO, so if you want to do an automatic start on a generator, then obviously you can set it to do that through there. So looking at these again, obviously these are self-consumption units, so you'd only charge from the grid as and when you'd need it. These do not send back to the grid, so you won't get any money back. Really, there's no point doing that anymore because you're only getting paid 3 or 5 pence per kilowatt going back, and then probably buying it for, it's just crazy at the minute, so maybe 37 pence, 47 pence, 52 pence, 66 pence. So yeah, so you might as well just keep your energy that you're generating, store it in the batteries. If you need any extra power, then get it from the grid as and when you need it. So we've made this system obviously as easy as possible for the electricians to install. So you can either install it with just using a 3-pin plug and extension lead, or all the electrician needs to do is wire the obviously the AC in and then wire the AC back out. Obviously you can't share the same bus bar on the consumer unit, so it'd have to be a separate consumer unit, or you'd split your main consumer unit as it comes in. So there you go guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Try to make it as easy as possible for you to understand. Obviously these are just one part of the systems we do, obviously we do different types. If you're interested, these are on the website, so you can have a look at them on the website. That's solarsupplies.online. Otherwise drop me a message and just let us know.